Hi everybody, how you all doing? Good day to you. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Blessing and you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. I like to start this video by saying compliments of the season, guys. Compliments of the season. We made it though. Hey, we have made it almost, but to God be the glory. I'm grateful and I hope that you are also grateful. So this video is not a very easy one. It's something that has happened to a young child that was sent to boarding school in a church-owned school. So this incident happened in the Deeper Life School branch of Akwa Ibom State that is located in Uyo. So it happened that this mother, came on social media, Facebook precisely, and she started showing her child who went to this boarding school, chubby, healthy, young looking lad. And he went through unthinkable things. They maltreated him, they did not treat him well, and they molested him also. So yeah, it's not very nice something, and I know that YouTube doesn't really like all those kind of things, so I'm kind of gonna be reluctant to post it here. But if you really want to see other videos, you can let me know so I can share the link with you on Facebook. So it's not very nice what has happened to the young boy, and the mother actually said that when she tried to let the principal know, the people who were in charge of the school, she was not treated well. They didn't respond to her, and at some point it was like they were threatening her. So she continued to talk about what is going on Facebook and how she was invited, and she didn't like the way the whole thing was handled, the interview, and she had to take the child to the hospital. And actually she had a video where the child was in the hospital and everybody saw it. It's not like they say. And also she had a before picture of the young boy that is chubby and well well formed and very nice looking, and the after picture where he's oh my god. So they said they did unthinkable things to the young boy, and especially what they said was the trigger was because he was bedwetting. So and they said they now took him to the seniors quarter, seniors house or something, like the part of the boarding area where seniors are, and they did unthinkable things to him once again, and it's not very nice, the things what they did to him. And the mother is outraged that how can this happen in a Deeper Life church. So a lot of people used to think that there is no demarcation between morality and what is legal. So most times people used to think that because you are a religious person that you are going to be automatically a good, morally upright person. No. And church schools are expected to be good and morally upright, and that everything will be well according to the Bible. They are going to do well according to the Bible principles, because there's always this expectation that because you are a religious person that you are going to be a good person, and there's always this expectation that is placed on people in religious authority that they are so upright because they have this position that they will not do anything wrong. And most times when something is happening, parents find it even difficult to consider that somebody of this caliber, of this religious standing, can actually do something. So right now people are calling out Pastor Kumuyi to condemn what has happened in one of his schools, the church-owned schools. This happened in Akwa Ibom State, Uyo precisely. Uyo is the capital of Akwa Ibom State in the south part of Nigeria. So Pastor Kumuyi is a renowned pastor. He is like ultra conservative evangelical pastor. And people want him to come out and talk, and people want him to give a statement, and people they don't want this to be swept under the carpet, because a lot of people are disappointed that something like this can happen in Deeper Life of all places. And there are a lot of people that attribute these ultra Christians, ultra Orthodox, is it ultra conservative, like extreme conservative Christians, that they are very, very heartless and stuff like that, that they use that religion to cover the real person behind them. I don't know. I feel that there are good and bad people everywhere, and I feel that everybody everybody goes to whichever congregation that is easy and meet their own need, but I don't think that you can easily say this person is bad because they are in that congregation. But I think what is happening is just this thing that I'm saying, that people use that eye to be looking at you, that just because you are this Orthodox Christian, that you are this ultra conservative Christian, that you are going to be good. So when I'm saying ultra conservative, I mean this no earring, no hairdo, no trouser, those kind of things. And so there's a way people uphold this kind of people in their mind. So actually what people are projecting is how they see these people, like their own projection of who those people are, not actually who the people really are. Because of course when they show who they really are, you are like, oh my god, these people, they are very bad. These people that don't wear earring, that don't wear trouser, they are very bad people, but you are the one that is projecting that image onto them. It is not their own. So you have to be able to draw that line and say, you can be religious, however religious you are, and still have bad personal character, lack integrity, be a liar, and take advantage of people. And you can also be good, upright, and loving and caring, full of integrity, a person of honor. Like you can have it both ways. But I think that people always attribute all these things to people who are religious, and then they get disappointed when it didn't go that way. So why am I saying this? I'm saying that the first thing that the mother failed to do was to be precautious. Because if your child is bedwetting, trust me, you don't want to send that child to a border. You don't want to send that child to a boarding school. Boarding school is the most difficult thing that will happen to a child. Imagine you are at home, everything is good, mommy, daddy, they are cooking for you, they are doing everything for you. All of a sudden they will just take you to a remote place. It will be like abandonment. Honestly, they will just go and put you there. You don't have it. You all of a sudden you're on your own. No defense mechanism. You are under their care. And I heard that even they are able to call their parents, but of course they are going to be monitoring them. The house prefect or whoever is in charge will see that. What do you want to say? Because when you drop that phone, they will deal with you. And the Nigerian factor also, that when people are in authority, people who are being asked to do anything, they are always looking for their own personal benefit they need. And the food will be undervalued. It's not easy. And especially for a child that is bedwetting, they're going to use it against him. He's going to be bullied. He's going to be in a lot of trouble because of that. And this is actually what triggered this whole treatment. Not that even without that it's not going to happen. It's a very recurring issue everywhere. Children are under the care of adults. Even here in Germany, there is just a case that just finished on the 11th of December. If you want, I'll send that link to you, because how YouTube is, you don't really have you are not even allowed to send this thing. I'll show you. For example, I'll show you. Look at this. Read it. German nuns. I'm not going to read it, so just read it. You can pause it and read it. Yeah, this happened here in this Germany. So it happens everywhere. And what is causing it is still this thinking that just because you are a priest, just because you're a nun, you are a good person automatically. You can't do no wrong. You can't have a failure in your character. You can't, but they are humans first, and they are fallible like every human. And this is why it is important above everything that as parents, that first of all, your duty will be to think about when you are taking your child to a boarding school. Are you sure? Is it really necessary? What is it? Is it a symbol status? Is it a necessity? Because if it is not, my brothers and my sisters, I will say, please leave your child at home. For the most part, so that you can even get to know your child, know what is going on in the child's life. And because if you send the child away by 10, by I even learned that these days they send up to 8, like this. You send the children away so early, then they go through secondary school. By the time they come back from secondary school, they are already in the university. Before they finish university, they have gone to youth service. Like, you have children, you barely had any time with them, you barely know these children, you don't know their personality, you don't know their character, so it is a very difficult thing for children, and a lot of abuse happen, a lot of mismanagement of food. I was a boarder, so I'm talking from this point of experience. Being a boarding school is not, it is glamorous, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And if you fall into the trouble of any of the seniors as a junior, it's not an easy thing. And when you are in boarding school, there's a subliminal, subconscious state of fear every time, like, because you don't know what you are going to do. Maybe you are holding the cutlery, you don't know if you are holding it well. Maybe they say, your senior will say, go and do this thing, you don't know if you are doing it well. Like, you don't know what is going to trigger anybody at any time, but above all, what is important in this thing, everybody is calling Pastor Kumuyi to come out, to come and talk. Pastor Kumuyi has never been somebody that was actually talking on social media or talking on television. His members used to be forbidden not to even go to television. So, and ever since this social media started, I've never really heard that he said anything on social media. So I was really looking forward to hear what he has to say, or maybe a press release or something like that, because I was thinking that maybe he's going to go to the newspapers and they will release a statement. So I was really waiting to hear what he would do. So even though he's not there, he's not the one in charge, but as long as it's a Deeper Life School that is, his church, that is, so subsidiary from his church, at the end of the day, it falls on his table. If it's happening in Deeper Life Church, it's happening on his table. It's just like what is happening in all these Catholic institutions is coming back to the Pope. So first of all, the most important thing is to say, is there protection for the person who is doing this thing in the school? And I think I've heard that the principal has been suspended, and they say they are not going to cover him, that they are going to, or her, I don't know, that they are going to prosecute the person, take it to the police and all those kind of things. This is the only thing that I'm even interested in it, because there's no point in dragging Pastor Kumuyi because he was not there. He's not involved in that place. He's not in the one managing that place. But of course, you can involve him because it's, you can say, Pastor Kumuyi, say something because it's under your care. But above all, what is important is to get that perpetrator, those people who have done that thing, the seniors who have taken advantage of that young lad, and the principal and all the house coordinators who it happened under their watch and they sanctioned it, they allowed it to happen. Those are the people that they need to take action against them, so that they will pay for what they have done, prosecute them, fine them, or whatever, So as long as they do this, they don't cover those people, then there will be no blame, there will be no need to call out Kumuyi and his church. But if there is any form of protection, because what the mother was saying in the beginning, like the way they were calling her for an interview, the way they have behaved in the beginning, it looked like they wanted to sweep it under the how they call it, they want to sweep it under the carpet, and they don't want it to go public. They were trying to protect the name of their church. This is always what happens with religious institutions, and they do this because still of this projection of over morality that the public puts on them. So they want to protect it by all means and say, oh, we are a Christian, we are so good, and so when something like this happens, all the churches, all the religious places, their first instinct is protection. Don't want scandal, they don't want bad press. By doing this, like we say in Ibane, like when you are covering sin, the whole bad thing will be increasing. So this is what they do. So I really hope that Pastor Kumuyi will make sure that the people in charge there, you understand me, because I don't want to say that he didn't do anything because it's still an evolving story, and investigation is still ongoing, and I'm sure they are going to continue to prosecute those people. But for a fact, the boy was really, really malhandled. The evidence is there, the video is there, the medical records are there. I mean, there's nothing to deny about that. The main thing there now is that the people who did that thing, they are not shielded. That the Deeper Life Church will make sure that they bring them out, no matter their level in that church, no matter their position. This is how you can know people who have integrity. But if they try to cover that person, then that is when it will be worthy to give them a bad press. But unfortunately, this is what happens in all these places where children are kept under the care of adults, be it in Nigeria, be it here, So imagine that even the child that is growing in their own father's house, in the presence of their parents, they can even fall into the hands of bad people. Talk less of people who are taken away from their parents and put in boarding school, and they are there without being able to see their parents, without the parents knowing what is going on day to day. Really, I think that we didn't really understand the importance of boarding school. Boarding school, I think it should be for orphans or for people who want to go to military or something like for some special things. I think it's not supposed to be for everybody. Anyway, this is what I think. I personally am not going to put my child in a boarding school. I'm going to make sure that they are with me until they are 18, because they are going to be going anyway and move on with their life, and I'm going to have all the time again. By the grace of God, this is my prayer. So my people, this is all I want to say. If you don't have any need to put your children in the boarding school, then please don't put them in the boarding school, because there is no guarantee or there is no safety net. You don't really know. It can happen, it can be bad, it can be worse, it could be better. Depending on your need, you have to reevaluate why you are doing what you are doing. And I believe that this is like a wake-up call to a lot of parents. And when their children come back, they are in boarding school, they don't really know what is going on in the life of the child. So it's possible that this is some kind of a wake-up call, that when your children who do go to boarding school come back, that you've tried to interact with them, try to get them to open up, to know what is going on in their life in the boarding school, and look at their body. Are they emaciated? Look at their things. Is it complete? Because sometimes seniors will take your things. Sometimes you come back with two set of provision. Seniors will take one. You will have to stay with one. Who born you? You want to with? Yeah, you won't kill yourself. That kind of a thing. So it's not easy at all. And if you must send a child to boarding school, I would suggest let the child be in SS1, because as a senior you have already an advantage. But this sending a child from that junior secondary school is not very good. It's very, very difficult for the child. I mean, from my own experience, and I feel that it can go both ways. It can happen that seniors will deal treacherously with the child. It can happen that a teacher or a housekeeper or a gate man, you don't know how the things are structured, how the school are structured. You don't know who may have interest in your child and mean bad for them, so something like that. So is it really worth it? And if they are actually there and you need them to be there, then you have to find a way to really know what is going on in their life by being very, very vigilant. If they come back, you see if their things are complete. Normally we will go with our uniform, our day dress, and our Sunday clothes, and then you have to check the things that they need, that you bought for them. Is it complete? Are some missing, and why are they missing? Did they get lost, and all those kind of things. So that is how you can know. It gives you some cue of what is going on in the school where your child is going to. So but for the meantime, we are going to be waiting to see how the whole case is going to play out, what Pastor Kumuyi is going to do about it, and if they are going to really prosecute the people who have done this thing, and bring them to justice, including the seniors who did this thing. No place like home, my people. No place like home. Really, no place like home. If there is no need for your child to be a border, don't make your child a border. Let them stay home. no place like home. Thank you so much, my people. I don't know if I miss anything, but when I continue this talk, because you know it's an ongoing and evolving story, I'll have to say the things I forgot to say. So I'll see you very soon in another video. Have a nice time.